Welcome to our manifestation of this UNDay. Right now, we're sending live from this radio station in Grimeton, which is our world heritage. My name is Felicia, and I'm a student from UNDay in Sweden.
My name is Andreas. I'm a student from St. John's School in Denmark. Today you're going to hear some of our hackers, that is a Japanese poem form. We are also going to send out some peace messages in Morse code. And at last we're going to send out some films that we have made for today. Welcome.
Get together now, and then we'll change the world. If we will, we can.
To make it better, we have to change the world now, make a big difference.
Get together now, do a change for you and me, imagine the world.
We die in great wars, we kill innocent people, we aren't that much clever.
The world is our home, we should take care of our home, we shouldn't destroy it.
I love my friends. To chill with them a weekend, that's just the good life.
I'm so happy now. I'm together with a friend on the road to school.
Everybody hides, but when we stand together, we are united.
I have some good friends. I love to hang out with them. They are important.
No one is the same, neither inside or outside. We are all unique.
My color is black. Is there something wrong with me? They're just jealous.
I open my door. People, don't treat others good. Why can't you just care?
We are gonna fall if we don't help each other, so stand by my side.
We help each other like we were one family. That's just in my dreams.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Lars and I am head of the station here, the radio station World Heritage Grimeton.
What is UNESCO?
UNESCO is an organization that today belongs to the United Nations. It was actually created already in 1942, or the discussions started in 1942. In order to, after the war, have something that could educate people and teach us all to take care of our common shared cultural heritage.
What is a world heritage? Why do we need them?
The world heritage is a part of our common cultural heritage. Maybe the ones that are the most outstanding heritage that we have today. It's cultural heritage and natural heritage. And we need them as a kind of ambassador to our common cultural heritage, to be able to take care of it and to know how we should handle the society that we are all living together.
But how can a world heritage help make the world better?
Because our cultural heritage is what gives us orientation in society and part of our common life. Generations come and go, people live and die, but the cultural heritage prevails. We learn about it from our parents, they learn about it from their parents, and in this way we have sustainability and kind of orientation in society and in life, and that helps us make a better living than we live.
How comes that a radio station can be a world heritage?
Well, a world heritage is a cultural monument of outstanding value. And in the 1920s and 30s, there were quite a few stations like this. Today, Grimeton radio station is the only one remaining in the world. And that's why UNESCO decided to put it on its heritage list.
How many world heritages are there in the world?
Today there are 926 in 157 different countries. And in the Nordic countries we have 32. Actually this means that the Nordic countries are 3% of the countries that have World Heritage on their territory, and we have actually also 3% of the World Heritage that exists today. So it's quite good. Thank you.
The night has started. Many stars are twinkling now. I am sleeping well.
No one cares about the animals anymore. Give them the world back.
I see a forest. It's slowly getting cut down to make this paper.
The trees are falling. We don't even protect them. We have to save them.
I run in forests. Do not destroy all forests. Make them better.
The world is dying. We are not protecting it. We should save it now.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Jenny and I work here at the World Heritage. And well, mobile phones is something that we use daily, I think, and the young generation today are very familiar with the use of mobile phones. But it has been around the young generations almost since they were born.
But this old machine, why is it so unique that it's a World Heritage?
This long-wave transmitter was inscribed on the World Heritage List because it is the only remaining transmitter of this kind, and it used to be a part of a transatlantic network established just after World War I. And it represents a crucial part in the development of modern communication.
But what can you send with it?
You can transmit Morse code telegrams.
But who invented it?
It was a Swedish engineer, Mr. Ernst Alexandersson, who invented it.
And why was it invented?
Because we needed a safe path to communicate with the America, so that's why.
Thank you.
Can you present yourself?
Yes, my name is Johan Zetterblad and I work for the telecom operator Telia.
How are text messages and phone calls been sent today? What kind of waves?
Actually, it's the same kind of waves as in this machine. There are more similarities between this old machine and your mobile phone than you might believe. The big difference is the frequency used.
How long can those waves reach? Is it the moon or Mars?
It depends on the frequency, but you can communicate with Mars if you like. That would be possible.
How will it look in 5 to 10 years?
I think we will see even faster communication, more mobile internet, and I think we'll see more and more machines communicating with machines. So it will be a lot of communication without any humans being involved.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Ola Henvall, and I am one of the volunteers who are here to keep this old machine alive.
But can you tell us what happened here behind us?
We will soon start the machine. We have not started the sequence yet, but soon we will run up the machine. It will be very noisy.
Oh, but how old is the machine?
It's now 88 years old. It's in these days 88 years since we had the first transmissions from here to United States with telegrams.
But what's the Morse signals?
Morse signals, it's a way to represent the alphabet with very, very simple tools. For example, a flash lamp or very simple radio signals or something like that. We use short and long signals, and each letter is represented by a unique set of short and long signals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
kan fatta. Det är håret i ansiktet. Jag var på Varberg, det är 3 år sedan. Jag var där i 4 veckor. Vi gick ju runt hela arkipelagen. Jag flöt i Långgärden. En kompis som körde ett sånt här turistfartyg. Som körde Polar Quest. Så gjorde han en egen tur på egna kunder.
Taken from your home, I'm not safe anymore. I miss my parents.
My everyday is the people I live with. It is family.
There's a house there, happy children and parents. This is my family.
I stand and wait. A beautiful boy comes up and takes my hand.
The boy and the girl. So the boy took the girl's hand and they kissed each other.
My heart is breathing my all good out for my own darling.
The sky, sun and clouds, you are all up in the blue. Stars lights up the night.
War does not help. Please stop all this hatred. It saves no one.
The school makes me tired. The school makes me glad, but sometimes it is boring. Sometimes I'm tired.
I have a PC. I like my computer. I want to play now.
My education is important because I want a good future.
I have a PC. I love it so freaking much. It's my lover.
All little animals. Animals are suffering. Free the animals.
Arctic fox is cute, but it is also threatened. Save this little cutie fox.
Think of koala. Do you love koalas? Protect koalas.
Do you love pandas? It's a friend animal. Save pandas with love.
Save the animals. The pandas are threatened. Save our pandas.
Hello, this is 2 teachers from the Danish school, St. Jørgens in Denmark. And we collaborated now for some weeks, almost 1.5 months. It's a project that has been initiated by the Regional Theatre Halland here, but the goal is to make a project that let young people take the radio station in use for a day. Last year it was Swedish children, and this year it's young students from Denmark. It's a collaboration between a cultural institution, a world heritage, but also schools. And it's a pedagogical project there where we want to make it possible for young students to develop their creativity, but also to take new medias in their hand. Could you tell a little bit about how you worked as teachers and how you want to how you see the benefits from this.
Yes. Well, you came over at the end of September, but already in the middle of September we started working with different texts, teaching the young pupils what UN is. And we gave them different perspectives to the world, to Charles' work and things like that. And then when you came over in the end of September, we did some different things in ways that they could express their opinion of the world. We did haikus, we did a film, we did a Morse message, which is going to be sent out today as well. And it has been a great experience, not only for the pupils, but also for us. And we believe that they have been given a voice today. They have learned in this project that you can have something on your heart and you can actually send it out to send this message out to the whole world, and people will listen. And we believe that people listen out there and take this into their opinion, help them form whatever they want to do with the world, because we have to take care of our world, and they know that now.
I can say to all viewers that the first 5 minutes we know that the sound was not coming out, but you just reload the whole program and you will have all the beautiful haikus that the pupils and students from Denmark have created. I want to continue, Mia. It's been a meeting for young students, also with artists within different fields, within picture, animation, writing, and sound. Is that something you've done before, or?
Yeah, or you could say that we have talked a lot about that this is a different way of working, where normally when we work with UN, for example, we work in subjects and we teach the students things that they should learn. But in this project, it has been way beyond subjects, way beyond teaching. It has been more about the students learning to express themselves, learning to give out their messages. And the magic is that actually the messages and the concern that students have for the world are very similar to those of UN. So you could say that through this project we have developed UN citizens or world citizens that are ready to take care of the world, who has a message to send to the world.
This is a project which supports a kind of positive activism. What about that? Is it possible to do that within the school frame?
Well, in a way, we try to do that every day when we approach the pupils. We try to teach them right from wrong. And because of the way the media works right now, they get information every single minute of the day. So we believe that it's important for us to teach them to sort of distinguish between good information and bad information, and then take the information useful to them and make them form their own opinion so that they know what's right and wrong in the world, and they can act according to that in their everyday life. So we try the best we can to make them caring and concerning citizens of the world.
For us as a cultural theatre institution, it's been so great to meet also young people from other countries. And in the heart, this is a project of communication. How do you think it's come out concerning the perspective that we met over the borders? And the Danish students also had a visit to a Swedish school yesterday. We had problems with language, of course, because we have to learn a little bit about that.
You could say that the students have been communicating in several languages. They have spoken Danish, Swedish, and English, and they are very used to communicating and using modern technology, and often they communicate much more worldwide than we do, and they do it very easily. But in this project they have been working with their messages and how to use the technology to send out messages for the world.
I go back to the studio, and do we go out?
There is a problem. Now the Earth is in danger. We can save the world. It is a good world, but there's poverty here. We need to help them.
These kids are so poor. No house because of the war. Let them live again.
It is a big world. Hunger is difficult here. We need to help them. People die around. No one takes care of the world. Save the world for us. Children are dying. Women and men are fighting, giving their lives to beg.
Homeless and alone. Give the people a safe home. Put them in your heart.
You have lots of food. Many countries don't have food. Appreciate food.
Don't think. Do it now, before it's too late to turn. World's problem, not yours. A lot of love, a lot of food and water, then life is awesome.
The students have worked with different medias. They learned to make film. They learned to take care of sounds. They learned to work with their voices a little bit, but they also worked with writings to put their thoughts into writing. And the first thing we did in this project was to concentrate their thoughts about what was the most important issues in the world today. And out from that, they created a Morse message that soon will be transmitted, or is transmitted. Gösta, you are a pedagogue here at the World Heritage. Could you tell a little bit about what the Morse signal is?
Oh, it's an old technique. When they did know electricity, they had questions about how to use it, and they tried to use electricity to send messages over long distance, and that was the thought behind for Samuel Morse, who found out a way to make capitals, letters, to short or long signals in different combination, and that's the Morse code. And that was the only technique you could use when the radio station was new. So that's the reason we use Morse code now.
We keep saying that this old station is part of the peace, the good things on earth for creating peace. Why?
Behind the idea to make this special technique that we have here in Grimeton was the process during the First War, when the American president wanted to communicate with Europe, and they had not technique to do that. So during the First War, a Swede, he happened to be a Swede, Alexanderson, made this system, and it was so good, so they decided to try to build a worldwide net of radio communication. And that's it. Will you listen how it sounds a little?
Yes. I would like to say to all viewers that the first 5 minutes there was problem with the sound, but you can reload the picture and you can go into www.UNDay.org and have the full show afterwards. Now we listen a little bit to a small amateur receiver.
Yes. You can listen to the signals in different ways. And this is a little thing you can buy. And we have used it in Portugal. And it works even there when we are sending here from Sweden. So now we are just sending out our signal from this station. The message hasn't started yet.
This is the old technique, and soon you will have the students' films in new technique with internet. How have the students worked with the writings in transforming the thoughts into haiku?
Yes, when they did that, we had a Danish teacher, a retired Danish teacher, who came over to our school to teach the students and us as well, actually, what haiku is. And they had some thoughts, and they got this very simple way of writing the haikus. And in that way, they put it down, and because it's so simple and so easy to work with, it's only like they have to fulfill a few demands to do a haiku. Like it has to be 3 lines. It has to be, the first line has to have 5 syllables, then 7 syllables, and then 5 syllables again. So it was very easy for them just to put down their thoughts because the structure was so tight, and they had to write in present tense. So it was easy for them to work with, and I think they came up with some surprisingly good haikus, and they felt that they succeeded in doing that. So that was a great experience for us and the students.
Could you tell how they then used the haikus for their filmmaking?
After they had written the haikus, they tried to make it into pictures, and some made some pictures where there's a story, and other works worked with more symbolic pictures, and you'll see them in just a minute.
We will soon continue with more live readings, and we will continue with the streaming of the students' films. We would like to describe this project as a pedagogical project. And what does that mean for the World Heritage?
The World Heritage, you have them all over the world, and we want to use them in that way that children who lives perhaps close to a heritage start to communicate with children and pupils on other places on the earth about their heritage. So they change heritage with each other, with new technique, and that's a way to learn the earth, our common history, and I think it's a very good thought to work after.
This is a possibility to interact with the project at www.UNDay.org.
The world is dying. We are not protecting it. We should save it now. Sophie. It is a good world, but there is poverty here. We need to help them, Natasha.
It is a big world. Hunger is difficult here. We need to help them, Heidi.
The girl and the boy. So the boy took the girl's hand and they kissed each other. De siger det.
We die in great wars. We kill innocent people. We aren't that much clever. Gabriella.
You have lots of food. Other countries don't have food. Appreciate food. Jonas.
I have a PC. I love to play computer. I like to play WoW. Magnus.
Favorite freezer oil.
Fem sekunder mere.
Nå, nej, men det koster kun én.
Værsgo. 10 sekunder mere med det der shit.
Vi begynder at se på videoen.
My education is important because I want a good future. Fahad.
I'm so happy now. I'm together with a friend on the road to school. Unua.
Taken from my home, I'm not safe anymore. I miss my parents. Annika.
نويت أن صلاة الظهر واجب الظهر بإذن الله تعالى. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب.
My everyday is the people I live with. It is family, Alex.
Ja, det er sandt. Griner ud af graven.
Ja.
Don't think. Do it now, before it's too late to turn. World problems, not yours. Aya.
People die around. No one takes care of the world. Save the world for us, Diana.
How to help the kids. Help to get a better life. I will help the kids. البنين.
Think of koalas. Do you love koalas? Protect koalas. Morten.
Arctic fox is cute, but they are also threatened. Save this cutie fox, Nikolai. Do you love pandas? It's a threatened animal. Save pandas with love, Rasmus.
I see a forest. It's slowly getting cut down to make this paper. Nikolai.
I run in forests. Do not destroy all forests. Make them better, Matthias.
Og sådan 7 sekunder. Skal man jo skrive noget på.
We are gonna fall if we don't help each other, so stand by my side. Anne-Marie.
My color is black. Is there something wrong with me? They're just jealous. Aksane.
A lot of love now, a lot of food and water, then life is awesome. Ilakshana.
Get together now, and then we'll change the world. If we will, we can. Maja Sørensen. To make it better, we have to change the world now. Make a big difference. Simone.
My heart is breathing all my good love out for my own darling, Matthias.
Everybody laughs. We are having really fun. But what about you, Jakob?
My friends make me glad to chill with them a weekend. That's just the good life. Matthias.
Okay.
Poor little animals. Animals are suffering. Free the animals. Line. Kom lidt. Ej, det er perfekt.
Væk ham!
These kids are so poor, no house because of a war. Let them live again. LA.
Hi, just saw some films. Could you tell us about the process of making them?
Yes, I can. I think it's we tried to make something that was we could make in a quick way because we had not so much time to work on film, and we tried to find a form that we can work in. And after a while, we decided to work in the haiku form, that students were making their own haikus. And then we took these haikus as the base to make a small film. And they work in groups of 2 or 3 people. And you can tell what kind of equipment we worked with.
Yeah, my group used an iPhone 4S. It was perfect for filming these videos. And then we converted it to a computer in a program named Movie Maker. Then we clipped it together there.
Mm. And it's like... Yes, it's good to have sound, perhaps. And this is the way we made it, because we made with very things that they have in their pockets. So actually, anyone who have a smartphone or very cheap things or very and the program for the software to cut the film is freeware. You can just download it from internet and you can work yourself. And this is one of the ideas, that they can take use of their own technology to make films about ideas and concepts they have been working on in school. That is about United Nations stuff, and in the film you used a lot of text, I've seen. Why did you choose to work with text?
We tried to make it like everyone knew what we tried to show them, and we tried to do a better world, and that's we can try to show it when we do the text. And we tried to make the film like we don't need some text, yeah. So we just need to everyone know what we talk about.
Yes, it was more like it's more clear what you really mean. Yeah. So do you think text is good to work with the film, or do you think the picture can speak for themselves?
Both, I think, because pictures can say a lot of things, and the text can say the same very much. So.
And Ingmar. Hello.
But did you think you had the time to get your ideas out?
There wasn't much time, but we got our haikus and how we should work, so we fixed it together at last. Yeah.
And I have one more comment. We didn't really have the time to work with sound, and that is an important part of making films. Of course, is the sound, and we should have 2 or 3 or 4 more days to make that, I think. Okay, so yes, and if you want to see the films with sound too, I think you can go into the UNDay2012 and find the films there, and you can look again. So you're very welcome to interact with this project.
This is the end of our broadcast. Thank you for watching us.
You can interact and comment on our website www.UNDay.org.
We hope to see you next year and that other students take our place. Hej då!
Farvel, I'll see you next year.